It's gonna be mostly your video, because you have the facts. Hi, it's Morphide here. As you know, we have recently released our debut album called Anhedonia. We really hope that you know. Today we want to share 8 facts about Anhedonia that you probably haven't heard before.
We had so much fun doing these songs and music videos, and some of them included like crazy stories and some hilarious things, and we just wanted to share it with you.
Let's go. Fact number 1.
The story behind album cover.
Okay, so many people actually said that Anhedonia album cover is similar to Korn album cover, which is true, but Anhedonia album cover is a photo taken back in somewhere around
2012.
And it's actually a photo of our classmate. So this photo is actually very, very old, and we didn't steal it from Korn. When we found it and we got permission to use it, it was a 600 pixel by 600 pixel square from Instagram with a horrible quality, and there was no source file for it. So we had to actually take it from the Instagram, cut some wrong edges that we had, resize them, then use AI to upscale it to 4K. We also had to continue like changing shape of it so it would fit like our CD boxes, because they needed to be a bit wider. So there was such a long procedure of trying to use it for, like a CD and actually for t-shirts. And it was originally just 600 by 600 pixel small Instagram photo.
I saw this photo as, damn, it's such a cool photo.
It was literally taken when we were in high school, and our classmate had this photo taken of him, and Chris was like, whoa, that's so cool.
It's so conceptual. I don't know, it's like
mind-blowing idea.
Yeah, I liked it so much that I wanted to use it on the album cover. And well, not 10 years, but 9 years later, maybe 10 years, I don't know, here we are.
I really hated it. Never take 600 or 600 pixel small image from internet and try to make a decent album cover and merch out of it. Just don't, please.
The second fact is about the draft names of the songs. There is this specific moment of time where you have some demo down, or like you've spent 3 hours of writing song and it's turning out okay, like there is something and you need to name it. In our case, we really started naming drafts of our songs with the names of the bands that resemble the song. If the song was inspired by some specific band, we were naming it after this band. For example, Queen of Blame, it was one of our first songs that we have written, and I think it was named Tool Song. Then with Cromulent, it was very much inspired by Carnival, so it was a Carnival song. And then there was a period of time where we really liked Tesseract, so I think Enter the Storm was Tesseract song.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear it in that groovy bass, which we put in the verse, like, oh my god, that sounds like Tesseract.
How could it end up that as I know, you are the one who is listening?
You can try guessing in comments what's Panopticon, what a band name song was.
The hint would be take more the verse than heavier part, because heavier parts I think are really reminiscent of maybe Monuments, or it is. I mean, there is even a comment in YouTube that it is reminiscent of Monuments.
It was for Catharsis.
No.
Yes.
I think no.
And me from future, like, how many times will I edit this and how many words I have to cut out?
Yes.
Third fact is about last 3 songs that we wrote, which were Panopticon, Catharsis, and We Are One. All of them were actually born from the same project. So Chris was writing one song, and then slowly one song became 2 songs, and then 2 songs became 3 songs.
Started multiplying.
So it was originally one song, one project with one ambience and, drums and stuff. And somehow Chris just kept writing in that project, and now we have 3 songs.
I wanted to write a riff that would sound good with the other part, and I would write some riff, and maybe it was not as good as I wanted it to be. Like, it doesn't really fit with the part that I wanted to mix it with. But then it was pretty good riff on its own, so I kind of shifted on the right side in the project, like, okay, let it be there, and let's figure out maybe something with it later.
I think it's always fun when you get back to your project like a couple of months later, like, what's this? Ooh, that's good!
Yeah, and then at some point I realized that I have so many parts there, and actually there are still a couple of parts that are pretty cool. I don't think we will use them, but there is still maybe for a couple of songs left in this project, really.
We can release Anhedonia Deluxe version with just 3 more songs from the same project.
Fourth fact is about Akeneo and the fact that it was completely rewritten. So at some point it was entirely different song.
It was a cursed song, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it was... it had a structure, it had everything in it. Then at some point we were like, nah, this part is a little bit off. I mean, let's figure out something a little bit better. And then we wrote some better part, and then, okay, now this part is kind of good, but the rest is shit in comparison to it. So let's rewrite chorus, yeah, and then, chorus turned out pretty cool. Like, let's rewrite the entire song.
We started rewriting separate parts. Improve verse, improve chorus, improve pre-chorus, improve breakdown, improve something else, improve intro, improve ambience. Akeneo has 0 original parts, which were in the demo. And then the second part, which makes this song even worse and basically cursed, is that I wrote all vocals for it, and believe me, there's a lot.
We had tremendous amount of tracks for vocals. I was editing them to make them all perfect with time.
Match, if something was out of tone.
I spent quite a lot of time, yeah, because I mean, back then we also didn't really know how to produce songs and what should be in it. And I think we were taking the approach like, let's make more and then send it over to our mixing engineer, and he sort of can use whatever he wants, but at least he has enough.
More is better.
Yeah.
He spent 2 weeks editing all of that. He was working on it, I wasn't anymore. So I took a rest from this song, and then he showed me the work and like, yeah, we can send it out to a mixing engineer. And I'm like, oh, that's bad. I don't like this. I don't like how I sound. I don't like my tone of the voice. I think it's poorly recorded. And I just re-recorded everything. So this huge project, we just threw it out and I re-recorded it again. Chris had to do everything again. I don't know how he didn't kill me, but I'm thankful for your patience.
The moment when she was recording vocals, it was my bachelor party prior to our wedding. So while I was partying with the guys, she was actually dying in our vocal booth. And I remember coming home and she's like looking like a zombie, and I asked like, what the hell happened? And she's like, I recorded it 13 times in a row. The fifth fact is about our song Cromulent and the Unborn music video. It is one of our oldest songs. It has been recorded and written and composed at least 4 years ago. Back then we had a pretty ambitious idea about the music video.
We in general had very ambitious ideas about the music videos.
Always.
Now our ambitions are dead. They faced reality. But back at that time, they didn't face the harsh reality, and we were like, oh, we can shoot this incredible idea that requires, like lots of people and beautiful landscapes and helicopters and drones and like fireplace and explosion.
Music video for Cromulent is another internal meme, similar to our covers. If you watch the other video of ours,
it's somewhere here or there.
There's always this phrase coming from her randomly, like we're driving somewhere. Oh, we need to continue making a music video for Cromulent. I'm like, yeah, we need.
The problem is that at that point of time when we wrote it, we were in love with this song. It's just so beautiful, and it needs to have amazing music video that will match the level of the song. We couldn't just release it with some kind of music video, it had to be amazing music video. This is also the reason why we didn't release it before, because it was actually recorded, mixed and mastered long time ago. It was just laid somewhere in our computer for a couple of years. But we always wanted to shoot something amazing for this song. Like, not just beautiful, it was bellissimo.
Yeah.
As a spoiler, we wanted to actually create a fire.
We literally thought about like finding some abandoned place and bring some trees, gather them and assemble somehow there, and maybe put some gasoline on them. Kind of, that looks like a forest that is burning in the middle of nowhere.
We were young.
And dumb. But we were like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do it.
But this is exactly the reason why you don't see the music video for Cromulent, because we were so ambitious that we could never create and film, obviously, this music video. Yeah, our ambitions basically killed the music video for Cromulent.
Fact number 6 actually naturally comes out of number 5, which is we kind of decided that making a plot music videos is not our thing. In the lifespan of this album, we really tried to make music videos that had some plot in it.
Deep meaning.
And probably you still think it's a pretty good idea in general. It's pretty cool when your music video supports the idea of the song. However, to make a good music video with a plot is pretty challenging. To make it cinematic and good looking and blend well with the song. And after all of this, like clear what the plot and the idea in the music video is portraying. To tick all these boxes is super hard. It's such a specific thing. I mean, if you would find a guy who films just movies, it will not really work out because it needs to work together with a song.
Yeah, it has to follow the pace of the song.
If you just find a guy who shoots regular performance music videos, it will still not work because you need to know how to blend the plot together with the music. I still think it's a pretty powerful thing, and we know a couple of music videos where there is a plot and there is a very strong music behind it, and together it works exceptionally well. But to get to this point, oh man, you need to be so good.
Fact number 7 is that the mix and master of our 3 songs from Anhedonia cost around, I would say, at least 2 times more than mix of the rest 6 songs on the album. 3 songs versus, give me your finger, 6 songs is at least twice more. This is how we decided to improve the quality of mix and production. I don't know if you can hear which songs are the expensive ones. So you can write in comments your guesses which 3 songs are very expensive.
The last fact is it's a funny one.
I had a horrible rehearsal with my band at that time. I was so mad at them because they came unprepared and they couldn't play. And I was so incredibly mad at them. And I just called Chris and we wrote our first song together. And we were like, wow, this is such a good song.
We need to make a band. Now we're here.
When we wrote this song, we started thinking about how to call our future amazing band.
2 hours spent writing a song, like, yeah, definitely. We need to make a band. It was like Trip to May. It was basically together with the album cover.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
it was
like,
that time.
Let's call it Trip to May, and then let's use this album cover. So now we're a band.
So the cycle is now complete. We didn't call our band Trip to May, but we still took this album cover. So I think we still made mistakes in our path.
Maybe even more.
And we even said that we need to release an album in May because we're Trip to May. And that was so conceptual. And that was it. These were 8 facts about Anhedonia and how we wrote our songs and what happened in our journey. You can still ask us more questions in comments if you have anything in your mind. If not, see you somewhere soon, hopefully. We need to be more active, I know. Nevertheless, thanks for watching and bye!